the NYPD failed me today and failed my church today. And my team has, we've been just getting a lot of audio and video, just piling things up. And, people are not going to make my church uncomfortable to worship. And they're not going to make my church uncomfortable to worship. And this is a design and attack of the enemy. And today we had 2 people to come into the church, and they were sent by some bloggers. I don't even want to acknowledge them because they're nobodies. However, the paperwork will do what needs to be done. The media has painted a picture of me being a villain, which I'm not. Today, there was an outburst in my church. Some people were sent, and we have all of the video. My team has done some internal research. We know who sent them. We know that it was a setup from the get-go. We have everything screen recorded. The young lady that you saw in the video, she is arrested, and she's going through the system right now. And the other young lady that was there, the police are looking for her to arrest her. And however, the NYPD failed me because they arrested me. And I'm going to go in more detail tomorrow. However, they made a grave mistake in arresting the bishop. They would have never did it to a rabbi. They would have never did it to a priest. But because of the color of my skin, they arrested me. Not only did they arrest me, but when they put me in the police car, they injured my wrist. However, when they got me to the precinct, they put me in a cell. And then after an hour or so, the higher ups, once they found out who was there, came in and started to do some research or whatever they did. And all of the charges was dropped on me. But you don't get to arrest me for no reason. I'm going to protect my family. No one is going to come at my family, and no one is going to hurt my family ever again. And that's it. And that's it. Nobody's going to come at my family again. All right. And that's just what it is. We need to understand that I have to protect my family. I have to protect my church. And at the end of the day, my family is all I have. And I will protect my family with my life. And that's just what it is. So I'll be doing a press conference. I'll be doing a press conference tomorrow. And even if it's only me with my live, I'm going to be in front of the 69th Street precinct. I'm going to be in front of the 69th Street precinct. And I will be going live from there because that is the place where they illegally detained me. And it's not going to go down like that. The 77th precinct killed my father in 1978. They illegally detained him. They beat him. They strangled him to death, and they took his life. And that's what they did. And I'm asking everybody that do care for me, come meet me there. Come meet me there and support me. Because if I was not a black man, I wouldn't have been arrested. If I was a Catholic priest, I wouldn't have been arrested. If I was a Jewish rabbi, I wouldn't have been arrested. But because I am an African American bishop, pastor of a church with the young people, and they like to profile us as thugs and profile us as people to not be trusted. And I'm going to go into a lot of detail at this press conference on tomorrow, and I'm going to get into detail with this case that's been going on for so long. I'm going to talk a little bit about that as well. But just know that I know. Just know that I know what's going on. I'm not crazy. I'm not crazy. And I know how you guys look at me. And when I'm talking about you guys, the ones that don't believe in the God in me, you can talk what you want to talk. You can say what you want to say. But at the end of the day, I'm a pastor. I should be able to preach the word of God, whether if you like it or you don't. Whether if you like it or you don't, right? It doesn't matter. You should not come to interrupt the house of worship. And by no means can you come into the house of worship, plan it, interrupt it, and just get away. I'm going to get into detail about the police officers that was outside that were sleeping. And I have video of a lot of different things. The NYPD failed me and failed my church. And then after that, you locked me up and you put me in prison. And then let me out and say, oops, we made a mistake. No, you don't get to say, oops, you made a mistake. You don't get to say, oops, you made a mistake. There's no oops. You're not going to do that to a judge's child. You're not going to do that to a politician's child. You're not going to do it. You're not going to do it. You're not going to do it. So at the end of the day, I'm going to stand 10 toes down. I'm going to protect my family. I'm going to protect my family. I'm going to protect my family at all costs. And if somebody comes to